America's newest and biggest liner, the United States, leaves Newport News, Virginia, for a trial run in the Atlantic. The designers expect the $70 million superliner will sail faster than any commercial vessel ever built. The United States, now under her own power for the first time, is to undergo 2 days of tests. She won't enter the Atlantic run until July. 990 feet from stem to stern, she weighs in at 52,000 tons, 30,000 less than the Queen Elizabeth.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video of the SS United States Forever channel. It's been a long time, everyone. As you can see, I'm still doing well, always. I'm not even going to go into everything that's happened, really, and the reason why I've been gone. However, I have posted a post on my community section of the channel if you want to know what's been happening and why I've been uploading a while. I posted that a few days ago, probably. But, anyways, so not much has changed, obviously. A little bit has changed. The computer's not there, having problems with it. It's not going to be there for a while, but yeah. I do got a bit of allergies right now, so I'm probably going to be sneezing a little bit in this video. Sniffling. But, other than that, pretty good. You know, if I'm in this door right here, it's part of the door. I'm going to blame Jasper for that. My little puppy. Jasper scratching the door. He's done that. So, yeah. Other than that, not much has changed. Not much has changed. So, yeah. Anyway, today is gonna be episode 2, aka part 2, of my video I made, like this summer, last summer, on the SS United States lines. And so we're going to continue off where we were last time. Before that, I'd like to thank you everyone who's been here for a while. My last video was my most viewed video on this channel by a long shot. That video has over 530 views. I cannot believe that. Which, again, it sounds dumb me saying it when you see creators have millions of views and hundreds of thousands of views. But for me, it's a lot, alright? So, yeah. Compared to my other videos, my most viewed video besides that, I think I had like almost 200 views. That one had 530 views. So, keep up the support, please. So, that'd be cool. And also, a lot of subscribers came to that video. Like 5 subscribers, which again, doesn't sound like a lot, but when you compare it to the other videos, it's a lot. So, yeah, I'd like to thank everyone for that. I've literally been getting emails about YouTube, about my views, getting milestones or subscribers and stuff like that. And I remember I saw that, I'm like, wait, what? And not gonna lie, I didn't forget about the channel, but I honestly didn't know when I was gonna come back. But as soon as I saw that everyone was still there, I decided to come back and make a few new videos. I'm not saying I'm back for a long time because, again, stuff going on, school and stuff like that. But I will be here for a while, and there will be videos. For at least a little bit, there will be videos. I'm not going to promise, I'm not going to lie to you guys. There will be videos for a little bit, at least. But anyway, let's get into today's video. Part 2 of the SS United States lines. SS. There is no SS, just United States lines. I always do that. I still am doing that, just like in the last video. But anyways, let's go on and get into it. So when we last left off, the United States lines were having at least some issues. The global market at this time was not the best. The Immigrants to America Act had just been enacted in the U.S. For all lines, this was the problem. But for the United States lines, this was a big problem. Especially as a company that marketed outside of the U.S. So, along with the SS Leviathan being a bit of a bust, this was not good at all. On top of that, something I didn't mention in the last video because it's part of this video, is the Great Depression. Yes, the stock market crash began in 1929, and this weighed huge on every company in the entire world in terms of shipping lines. And jobs were nowhere to be seen, and this plagued the United States lines for a long time. So, at this time, the only thing that the United States lines really had was its merchant company, its shipping lines. Basically, the cargo side of the business was booming. And this was basically, at least at this time, the only lucrative part of the United States lines. And the United States lines would take advantage of this, using it very wisely and slowly scrapping its older vessels from pre-World War I. But eventually, after a few years, they were able to create enough cash, along with the cash reserves, to come up with 2 brand new revolutionary modern liners. These liners would be known as the SS Manhattan and its sister ship, the SS Washington. Now, the SS Washington, if you guys didn't know, was a pre-World War I ship that they got from Germany before they decided to get scrapped. I think they scrapped it, yeah. They scrapped it, and they would take the name from it, of course, Washington, the most iconic name in the U.S., arguably, and put it onto their newest ship. And these 2 ships would not do a lot at this time because passengers were way low. No one had money to go on these ships. But they did bring some credibility to the company for not being an old, just a company that ran old ships. So, actually I have my mug right here of the SS Manhattan. I got a little back. I love that mug. I use it all the time. But, yeah, so it was a bit of a drag for the 1930s. And however, this would be the time they finally got rid of the SS Leviathan. As I mentioned in the last video, that they would just keep trying to get rid of the SS Leviathan, but they were basically chained to it. They were forced to use it by the government. Until finally in the 30s, the government took it off of the line's hands and eventually scrapped it in 1938. Correct me if I'm wrong. And so the Great Depression would arguably end around 1938, probably late 30s, and the company would slowly start to come back up, with the SS Manhattan in Washington making avid routes to Europe and across the world. It would also be at this time that the SS Normandy and the RMS Queen Mary, sorry guys, it's been a while, RMS Queen Mary would come into the picture. Now, of course, as we all know, the SS United States would then take the blue ribbon, probably 20 years later. But at this time, the blue ribbon would be taken by said SS Normandy, one of my favorite ships, by the way. And eventually, about a year or 2 later, the Queen Mary, another one of my favorite ships, would then take the blue ribbon from the Normandy, and they would just be back and forth battle between them 2. And at this time, the USS was basically taking a backseat. The SS United States was not built, of course, until 20 years later. But in late 1938, the company paid attention to this. They paid attention to how the market was going with modern ships, such as the Ile-de-France and the Mauretania II. And they wanted to be part of it. Not only with their 2 new ships, they wanted a main ship that would steal the show and bring America put on the map for being a company in contenders. Because at this time, Europe was known as the master for building ships. Asia was in a backseat. Asia, we'll get to Asia eventually in a future video. They have some cool ships over there, like Japan built some cool ones. But America wanted to be part of this. And they began construction, of course, with fan favorite William Francis Gibbs at the head. Now, talk a bit about Gibbs. Gibbs, at this time, had founded his own construction company called Gibbs & Cox. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while, guys, but I'm pretty sure it was Gibbs & Cox. I know Cox is part of it, but Gibbs & Cox. And they would be contracted a lot of the times for naval warfare, mostly, including battleships for the U.S. that would take part in World War II. But at this time, he would take up a job for the United States lines to build a brand new ship known as the SS America. Now, the SS America would become Gibbs' new senior project. But the United States lines made it clear to Gibbs that this was not a ship that was made to take on the blue ribbon. It was not possible at this time, they did not know how. So, Gibbs took this into aspect. So, he would then turn to the luxurious side. He would decide to use the SS America to basically open up the sphere of influence for America. Along with the Washington and the Manhattan, he would use this, or the company would use this, to build up a sphere of influence in the world and bring some popularity and cash to the company. The SS America would be laid down in 1938 and would not be completed till 1940. The SS America would be a little over 850 feet long and could carry just over 1,000 passengers. But its key factor was that it was arguably the most luxurious ship that America ever built. To this day, the SS America even more than the SS United States, is known as being more luxurious than the SS United States itself. A lot of people don't know that. They always think the SS United States is the best ship America built, but the SS America is arguably more luxurious. Or not even more luxurious, it is more luxurious, but arguably better. Anyway, so, in service, of course, 1939, the Germans declared war on Europe, and it was a complete lockdown of war, as the Germans did unrestricted U-boat service in the Atlantic. So the United States lines would keep in mind this, and they would mostly do voyages in Asia. And actually, at this time, when it was first built and launched, the SS America had 2 giant American flags and the words SS America on both sides of the hull at this time, to warn U-boats not to attack the SS America, as it was a neutral country in World War II at this time, and the SS America would be able to sail freely. So, right at this time, the SS America was an instant hit in America. It was known as America's its basic chance to be known for something else more than just the third country. Because the United States, of course today, it's known as the global superpower, but back then it really wasn't. It had some things going for it, and being a free country, but they wanted to be part in terms of the ocean liner business. So the SS America would be used for this. And eventually, the SS America would be able to bring this for America. And it would only be a year until 1941, June. The Japanese Empire declared war on the U.S. in terms of the Pearl Harbor attacks. Kamikaze attacks, right? If I'm right, I might be wrong about that. I don't know if they did kamikaze attacks, but they definitely did bomb Pearl Harbor, and this enacted the war of basically World War II. The Americans joining the World War II. Just a few days later, the Germans would declare war on the U.S., and the SS America was immediately brought into question on its future. Of course, it could not sail anymore with passengers, as they were at war with 2 powers that have submarines active, along with warships. So, the SS America was given the World War I treatment. In 1941, it was converted into a troop carrier, with camouflage on both sides of the hull and mounted guns. The SS America would then take part in island hopping campaigns in Asia, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think it would be not part of D-Day. It might have been part of D-Day. It'll be on the screen if I'm wrong about that, but I don't think it was part of D-Day. It might have been, but I know it did. It was part of some campaigns in Europe. And this really is what got the SS America its most popularity, was its service in World War II. All the way to 1945, the SS America carried thousands of troops across the world. And in 1945, the government gave the SS America back to the company, and more popular than ever, the SS America brought in tons of cash for the company, and it was the company's arguably biggest success in all of its entire history. Now, smooth sailing mostly for the next 5 years for the company, until Gibbs finally got his chance. Ever since Gibbs was little, he always wanted to have his own superliner over 1,000 feet long and have be the fastest ships ever built. Well, he got his chance, because with the success of the Queen Mary, Queen Elizabeth, and SS Normandy, no longer SS Normandy, but was SS Normandy, the United States line saw an opportunity, as no one saw the Americans being able to build a ship faster than the Queen Mary such. So they came to the man known to be the Americans' best architect. Of course, your boy, William Francis Gibbs. And Gibbs was ecstatic, enlightened. He loved the idea, and of course he loved the idea. But it was very expensive, and the U.S. paid attention to the Queen Mary. This is a big thing. This is a big reason why I can't talk, guys. I'm getting excited. This is a big reason why the SS United States was built in the first place, was World War II. Arguably, if it wasn't for World War II, the SS United States would have never took a blue ribbon. But the point is, the Americans paid attention to the Queen Mary's speed in World War II, and they wanted their own warship, as the Cold War was raging on. And they saw an opportunity and that the Cold War, in case of war with Russia, that they would need a troop ship to carry hundreds of thousands of troops during war. I wouldn't say all at once, that's impossible, but during war, and be super fast at it. So, in collaboration with the U.S. government, the United States lines would lay the keel of what would be known as the SS United States. Alright, everyone, that would be part 2 of the United States lines so far. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been a while, and it felt pretty good to get back in here. I made a few mistakes in this video, actually, because I have not done shipped content in a long time. So, sorry if I got a couple names wrong or some facts wrong. It's been a long time, guys, so bear with me. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!